Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabs.net. Okay, um, let's get real, folks. Real. It's time to get real. So, we've got live trading happening with a bunch of people, and today was a good day. I'm trying to see if I'm getting 10%, 3%, but I'm going to go through my trading account, uh, actually my cointracking.info account, and giving people a tour. People said that that's a really good sales tool. So I'll be doing that in another video later today or tonight. So today is Friday, April 9th, and we're on the cusp of Coinbase doing an IPO. I have to tell you, the whole US system is rigged. And I'm sure I'm going to tick off a few people on this. Hate to disappoint you, nor do I care, because it's time to get this out in the open. Right now, there's a current exchange out there called what's it called, Robinhood, and they scam people. Okay, that's just my opinion. I can't prove it. There's accusations of it. They were put in front of a Senate hearing on it, and he still got away with it with Ken Griffin. And people whine and bitch and moan about how wealthy they're getting wealthier, but yet the ignorant trade on that exchange and don't realize how they're getting ripped off with basically the order to flow, selling the order to flow to Ken Griffin at Citadel, but whatever. I'm not here to focus on that, but I will focus on both Coinbase and Kraken. About a month or two ago, I really tried to get live orders happening with both Coinbase and Kraken. And I have to tell you, I couldn't get it working. It was just bad fills. We're getting bad fills on Binance live trading, but a good chunk of those trades go through. I don't know what's causing that, but with Coinbase and Kraken, it's a struggle. That's a fine. It could be my end. I'm okay with that. The problem is what I really, really have a real problem with is a lack of support. When you don't get back to customers, especially when it comes to live trading, and you're regulated, or say you are, and people are losing like maybe thousands of dollars. I've just read a week ago or last week about one guy lost $400,000 because of garbage Coinbase, and they didn't have enough time because his account got hacked. Coinbase didn't do anything about it because the support wasn't there to help him. And for me, firsthand experience, I put in 2 tickets, 1 ticket with Coinbase, still waiting. That was over a month ago. I don't know how people trade with these garbage exchanges, and I know Americans don't have a lot of options, but overall, it's something systematic going on in that country where things are just not done well. And Robinhood's another situation. Just watch that Senate hearing. One of the senators saying, just look up the lawsuit with the family that's suing when one of their kids was trading, lost a lot of money, and went into thousands of dollars. So, I mean, that's out there. Do a lookup. So now Coinbase is coming along, potentially doing the same thing with this garbage, or I wouldn't even dare call it customer support. So we have to keep that in mind. And Kraken's not so bad. I mean, it's 5 days, and they'll just turn around and say, "Well, we're overloaded with new crypto volume, blah 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 blah." Yo, if you're putting yourself up at $1 billion, $10 billion market cap, and Coinbase has the audacity to say they're 100 billion, and you can't afford to hire people, train people fast enough, then that's a problem. That's a real serious problem. And I've been with both exchanges for well before these this mass volume happened in November. So we're still at this problem. So screw, basically both these exchanges, Kraken and Coinbase, are saying screw you to their customers. So what brought me here? I have had a bot paper traded on Kraken that went from 16,000 November 11th, okay, at 16 grand, traded it, and it's paper traded, paper, not real, for all you regulators and tax people out there, get off my back on it. But it's paper trade, meaning it's not real. And it did theoretically paper traded $2 million in 4 months, from November till about sometime in February. Then the markets came off with Coinbase, or sorry, with Bitcoin. So that's all fine and good. We're now trying to reactivate the same trading logic with Binance. It's had a few good weeks, and then it's tailored off to some losses, but the spot bot makes up for that pretty well. So if I can replicate the same logic, trading logic in Kraken, which I'm trying to do now in the last 24 hours, I'll gladly stay on Kraken. But mind you, I want people to be forewarned if they want to join this, for namely in the US, that if two things happen, two things. One, technologies could be bad. You don't get fills. Don't look at me. I have nothing to do with that. Okay, I'm giving you the signals. I'm trying to get you the fill on that exchange called Kraken. You may struggle, but it may be a different story because it's Bitcoin and Ethereum. So keep that in mind. Number two, again, is where I'm very leery on these exchanges, US-based, Kraken and Coinbase. So we'll forget Coinbase for now. But with Kraken, 5-day support, 5-day support response. That's garbage. Okay, so if you're aware of that, I'll gladly sign you up if you want to join, and you know that. But I have nothing to do with that. It's beyond my control. So testing it right now. I've got 2 people in the US in mind. The problem I have with Kraken, and I would prefer to be on Coinbase, is it's in all 52 states. With that's with Coinbase. With Kraken, it's in, as far as I know, last time I checked, not in Washington State and New York State. Everywhere else it should be supported. So keep that in mind if you live in those 2 states or any other state that Kraken's not supported. So I don't want more to tell you on that, but I'm going to try to reactivate this and get some Americans some support through the old Kraken bot. Now, regarding Coinbase, on the exchange, on the commission fees, there's Coinbase and there's Coinbase Pro. Coinbase is the exchange, I guess, that you would buy and sell on manually through an app or through the web, through desktop website. That's Coinbase. Then if you want to go onto the exchange, you would move over to Coinbase Pro. And that's where the problems start. You have very limited coin selection compared to Binance. So there's that. If I was to do this in Ontario, it'd be a lot worse than what the Americans and the Brits get. But that's why I don't go to Coinbase. But the big problem with Coinbase is its commission fee. It's really high. It's 0.5% versus Binance's 0.1%, and Kraken is 0.16%. So you have a fighting chance with Kraken, but not with Coinbase. So that's another reason why I'm not on it. So that's the best I can offer without doing any additional code changes with what I've got. The Kraken bot, how it works is it's using, as I said, it's only trading both Ethereum and Bitcoin. I'd say of all the volume you see, and it's using the data from the futures market in Kraken, you have access to that, but you can't trade it. Me, US, Britain, and whatever other countries are not able to trade the futures market on Kraken. But at least for me, Ontario, Canada, I have access to the futures data. So what we do is we trade that and then pipe it through the spot market. And again, it's only available for both Bitcoin and Ethereum. That should be okay because that's where most of the volume is. In my early day testing of this thing, when I tested the volume, you would get the odd XRP trade, and you would also get the occasional Bitcoin Cash. Oh, no, sorry, it was like Litecoin or Bitcoin Cash, and it was like 1 out of 100, let's say. So it was a very small amount. So that's why I don't bother with those other coins outside of Bitcoin and Ethereum, because both those coins suck up so much volume in the futures market on Kraken. And I can confirm that with Binance as well. and most likely on Coinbase as well. So that's how it works. If you're interested, just get in touch with me. I'll keep you up to date. For everybody watching with what I do, appreciate that. I'm gonna have to streamline how I communicate. The only way I'm gonna support that is if people keep in touch with my private chat. So that's what it's for. So it's off all these social media. If they got cut off for some reason, and or you know, something got closed up. I control that. I own that technology, so that will always be there. One of the other reasons, if you wanted to get onto the private chat server, I charge, I think it's like $10 for it for lifetime. I do that as well to keep the spammers out, and namely probably even the tire kickers and the skeptical people, because the ones that are really motivated with this, they'll pay $10. And if you got problems with that, I think you need to look at somewhere else to make money. Maybe work at McDonald's because it's stable money. So there's that. So keep all that in mind. And I'm only doing this stream live on Zoom because YouTube's a real pain in the ass to do it off of a phone, because I'm on a older phone that supports YouTube. Now YouTube's cutting off that phone. So I'll be doing all these streams off of my Linux setup like before, but just this video is a one-time only with YouTube. Also, if you want to keep up to date, your best bet is to join my Telegram. I'm not going to be posting any more videos on Rumble. I have a better audience with the QLN News channel on Telegram. So that's another way to keep in touch. But again, it's one way. So it's you can't contact me. As I said, the best way to contact me, these are email or on a private chat server. And we'll leave it at that. But I just wanted to get real with the U.S. exchanges, namely with Coinbase coming on doing an IPO soon. I don't know what the final market cap was, but the customer service is horrendous. I wouldn't be surprised there'll be some kind of class action lawsuit in a few months over it. I wouldn't be surprised. And maybe even Kraken as well, because people are literally losing a lot of money because of it. There was one $400,000 on some doc. You could probably find it somewhere online, but be forewarned on it. But still, I if it wasn't for Binance, I wouldn't be trading crypto because they're the most trustworthy. And let me see if I got any people on this thing here. Hang on. So we got 6 people watching. I'm not sure. I don't see any questions if people want to pipe away, because I know there's a time delay. But thanks for watching. In the meantime, if you got a question, let me know, or a comment. I'll gladly address it. I'll be coming back online on YouTube. Just so you know, Facebook's proven to be a horrendous platform now with really poor quality of new people coming into my group and page on Facebook. So it's my lowest priority right now. But I do continue to post on YouTube because it's pretty good. It's still good. But they are making life difficult to stream on YouTube. Very difficult. As I said, I've just got a new phone where it's de-Googled, and I don't know if my channel's being punished for it, or I mean, I don't have any strikes or anything, but it just you just can't trust these Facebook and YouTube and Google and all that. Bayram, how are you, my man? No problem, dude. I hope today's earlier session works out for you. We ran it for about 4 hours. I think it returned, I'm calculating up to 10% over 3-4 hours. The spot bot, now thanks to you, that fixed notified me on the exit problem, but we fixed that. It's a new bug that was discovered, and it's got everything, both the entries and the exits now working. So everything's going to start getting more self-adapting. Right now, everything's working really well. Bitcoin and Ethereum still kind of struggling. I hope that there's going to be some really good momentum coming back in the market. I think there will be. I'll be talking about that later on in another video I'll stream on YouTube. There's gonna be a bunch of videos I'm gonna stream online later. I've just been backlogged with a good example fixing this big bug today for the last 4 hours. It's a lot to do to make this thing better. But one of the things that I want to state is there's daily targets that these bots will shut down at. We do that to preserve capital. It's the number one trading goal in trading. Everyone thinks it's money, making money. It's number two. Number one is preserving your capital and making sure you don't take major losses. So I've set a daily target both for the max drawdown and the profit taking. The last couple of weeks, it's been about 15%. There were days where I was making 30% in one day. And then it would be a couple of days of losses and a couple of days of profit. So a few days ago, I set it to 4%. After today, it could have easily been set maybe 20%. I mean, it did 1 hour, 8%, and another 10% on top of that over 3 hours. So it could have been potentially over 20% in just a short period of time. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be adding a self adapting daily target. So I'm not sure the length of time it will measure on the performance of the peak ROI each day, if it be 2 days, 3 days to 5 days, and it will self adapt for the next trading day. Because usually what happens with crypto, there can be like if it's on for, let's say, Bitcoin and Ethereum, it will be on for a few days. So it goes through these momentous days of trading where it can be big volume and it drops off again. So if that last day that you're trading goes from, let's say, 15% a day, and yet the next day it's starting to tank, but your daily target's at 15%, you have to give it at least 24 hours to catch up to bring down the daily target. So there's that challenge with that. There's other formulas out there you can use to adapt to self-adapt that. But for now, that's what I'm going to do is measure it over a couple of days or maybe the prior day. I don't know. But the markets are fairly volatile, I would say. Not extremely volatile, but in terms of Ethereum and Bitcoin, they are not performing like they used to between November and February was just like mad money. I'm not seeing that. So I'll talk about that in another video. I guess there's no other comments, so I'm gonna shut up now. But I'm gonna sign off here and turn this into a post. But if just as I said, if you go to my quantlabs let me just see if I can set this up here. Hang on. Actually, just go to my quantlabs.net/blog. On the right side at the top, on the right side panel, you will see social contact. In there will be the different channels available on my Telegram. There's just daily news and my stuff that I post. There is a third channel on there, just so you know, Barum, as well. It's basically when the bots are trading, it will ping the channels saying, yes, I'm active, I'm still running. It does that every hour. Does it for both the spot and the futures. And if the Kraken comes aboard, I'll do the same to that channel. And then once the daily targets are met, either on the upside or the max drawdown, it will send out a notification saying stop for the day. And from that point, I'll give you how many seconds, which is really the next midnight, the next day, my time, Eastern Standard, same as New York. It will start up again and go through the same thing. We're repeating each day. So there is that new channel. That channel is available on not my private chat server. I can't remember where I posted it, but you can get in touch with me and I'll send that out to you if you want to subscribe to it. That's only to all my customers. We'll leave it at that. And thanks for watching. Have yourselves a good day. I'm going to see if any of my recent customers want to do an interview live session on Monday night as a new webinar topic on that. I think we got some happy people. So if anyone who's watching wants to do that, just get in touch with me. Barium haven't got. Hang on here. Let me just read this here. Haven't got time for Kraken bot. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it at all. It's early stages. I mean, the code it works. It's an old bot that worked really really good, but we'll see how it performs before I make it ready. But if it does really well, what I'm thinking of doing is just get rid of the futures for Binance and just do the futures kind of with spot for Kraken. If it performs better versus the Binance futures, because as I said, they're both the same, Ethereum and Bitcoin. We'll see. But it's just an option I'm looking at. And it'll be a while before we do that and get to that point and all that. So again, we'll see. Just putting that out there. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good day. Have a good night. How many people are we up to? Let me just check here on my YouTubes. Uh, 7 people. Wow, I'm popular. And then what? I'll be aboard again in a more detailed video showcasing. A lot of people want to see the coin tracking info portfolio, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to probably do a whole tour of that in an upcoming video in the next little bit.